Okay, and tonight we're also going to be recording this through Ustream as well. Right. So the complete live show, hopefully, will also be available to view later on Ustream. So for those of you who can't catch it live, you'll finally get a chance to see the video.
I'll just hide behind my mic.
Isn't that magical, Steve? Magical.
Alright.
Check us sounding like shit.
I don't know, I actually think I have a better radio voice.
I've
got a bit more bass about it.
Oh, right.
When I'm forced to speak partially through my nose.
Oh, excuse me.
Although, I doubt it would work with the ladies.
Possibly not, no.
Hello, darling.
Hello, ladies. Bonjour.
Alright, love. Achoo.
Okay.
The flaps doesn't want me breathing on her.
Right, 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds, we'll be good to go.
Twamenties,
and we're good to go. Just a few technical things I've got to finish off, but now that Pink's camera's working. And then we're good to rock and roll. Okay, change that.
Do you want me to talk over the intro again?
No.
No, preferably no. If you don't mind, not that you're not great at it, but, maybe not.
It's an option. It's an option.
it's an option, certainly. Okay, folks, let's get this show on the road. Warning! You're listening to the DHB Radio Show, a comedy radio show that uses lots of strong language. Thus, if you're easily offended, then fuck off right now, because we'll say lots of bad things and your delicate ears will get offended. Secondly, if you're under 18, then ask your parents' permission before you listen to our show, because I don't want to get in trouble for you hearing me say "Brook off." And finally, bear in mind that some of the things said aren't the actual viewpoints of the hosts involved. Some of us play characters. That's just how things are. It's for entertainment. Take that on the chin and enjoy yourselves!
This is Doghouse Bastard Radio.
Come gather round, all ye bastards, and raise up a calm to this our stir. Ladies and gentlemen!
Bienvenue and guten Tagen to this, the episode 83 of the Doghouse Bastards radio show. My name, as always, I keep saying it every week, but as always, is Scott the Sasquatch Taylor, and as usual, joining me for this show are some magnificent fuckwits. I mean, lovely people, I hasten to add. In the studio, joining me, of course, is to your left, you can see Steve Thundercock. Now, Steve, I believe you have a certain malaise.
I'm dying.
Yeah, yes, like myself.
The end is nigh.
I don't mean to worry, obviously, everyone else in the studio here, of course, I'll just shortly, but we do have a bad dose of some people call it man flu. I like to call it the plague.
The manthrax.
The manthrax,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm going with, all these Mayan calendars end pretty soon.
Oh, yes, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think they must have been based around me.
Right.
They're like, shit, he's going to die then. That's it, everyone else will just give up after that.
Everyone was just ruined.
Yeah. Oh, no more Steve, what's the point?
Also, as you can see, folks, on camera here, we have Moneymaker Maynard. How the fuck are you doing, pal?
I'm alright, I'm very good, thank you very much.
Even if your microphone's turned off by certain things, but look at things. Hey!
Jesus.
Look at that now. The man's back. Here we go.
Shameful. Schoolboy error.
Schoolboy.
That sums my day up.
now, Moneymaker, we were fearful that you wouldn't make it for tonight's show.
Fucking hell, I was fearful I wasn't going to make it. It was
Really?
It's just been one of those days, it really has. And to top it off, it took me an hour and a half to drive 5 miles.
Well, you're funny to say that because today the traffic's been completely shitbagged.
A little bit of
in
fog,
the city.
a little bit of fog, a little bit of bad weather, and fuckers just can't drive.
I was...
But,
yep. On you go, Steve.
I was going to say, I think I was actually someone died
Oh.
on a major road in Aberdeen
okay.
today, which kind of gridlocked everything because they closed the road.
Yeah.
Not to make you feel guilty or anything, but that was a bit shitty.
Don't I look like the asshole now?
It wasn't because you were driving your Mexican lowrider and you were big pimping with some tunes.
Also, folks, you can hear on the disappointed voice there. Of course, that would be our good friend, Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink, how the fuck are you, pal?
Hello. Now, you see, I was deeply concerned because earlier on in the day, the Maynard may not make it. And let's face it, would the A-team be as good without Mr. T?
That's a very good point.
We've got Hannibal there, Scott. We've got Howling Mad One Testicle, Steve.
Oh, why can't I be face?
No, see, I'm face because I don't have a face. And then we've got Mr. T.
Your face because you don't have a face. Right, that makes fucking perfectly logical sense.
See, I would have put you as Murdoch because you've got like split personality. The real you and then the Mr. Pink you.
And people generally think you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but you see, face has to be moderately attractive. And as we saw with you in your orange jumpsuit earlier on Facebook, that's just not the case.
Oh, now see, you can't have a go at poor Steve because poor Steve is poorly.
Ill,
Now, you've been
yeah.
ill for what, a couple of days now, Steve, or just today only? Or
Pretty much since like Thursday.
Oh.
And
And is it a bad
just-
case of the anthrax?
It's getting worse.
Oh.
Not gonna lie. Might not have long to go.
Have you sought any medical professionals yet?
I have been through about 7 packets of Lemsip max strength.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
that's
Yeah.
a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I made the mistake of taking quite a lot on Friday, which meant I couldn't get to sleep.
Ah, yes.
which
Those
was
things
probably-
do make you
Yeah.
buzz out of your tits, to be fair.
Big time. In fact,
I've
I've got an app on my phone. Let me see what it is. It's AIDS.
It's AIDS. So
AIDS.
It's
It's
AIDS. It's the AIDS.
Aye, the bad one as well.
Not the good stuff.
God damn it.
The bad stuff. So, Steve, apart from, of course, you being damn near death, how's your week been otherwise?
Week's been pretty awesome. I've been putting a lot of hours in with some cars this week.
Lovely.
Cars being a bit of a passion of mine. So I bought an old Subaru. It was supposed to be a donor car for a Subaru I already had.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite nice, so I've just cleaned it up and away to MOT it. Sold my
Ah.
Honda, so I've now still got a multitude of cars sitting around that I need to sort out.
A plethora of cars.
Yeah, I've got like 1.5 Subarus,
Right.
a Honda Civic, and half a Puma. A
Now-
Ford Puma.
Did I hear you say that you'd sold the Honda?
Yeah, the Honda's sold. It's getting picked up on Wednesday.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's not so bad.
Fabulous.
One down.
What poor sucker bought that piece of shit?
It's actually my flatmate's brother.
Oh! I hope he doesn't hear the
You know
show.
something? It's not a piece
It's
of
a
shit.
bucket of shit.
Fuck you.
Honest to
The
fuck.
money I've spent.
It's only
keeping
held
that-
together by the fucking patches of rust, the
You-
bastard.
You know something? There's absolutely nothing more can go wrong with that car.
Right.
I've fixed everything.
Oh,
It's like, just every
There's at
month
least
there's
one
something.
part of that car that works absolutely tip-top, and that'll be the exhaust manifold.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
speaking of things not working, folks, of course, if you're watching the show live tonight as well, you'll notice that we started a little bit late. It's because Mr. Pink's steam-powered fucking setup he has there all just shot itself during the pre-show there. So if you've been hanging around for the show and you feel a bit aggrieved because we're a little bit late, which in turn though has been a good thing because it means we're in time for Maynard being here
Yeah.
from the offset.
No mic check or anything.
No
and it
mic
turned
check.
out the mic was off. Superb.
So, Pink, what happened with you then? I think it's just been catastrophe tonight.
Well, basically, I'm a complete fanny when it comes to computers, and I had a monitor upgrade, and I elected to try and plug it in, and the computer decided to shit itself.
Oh.
And obviously, I thought that was it. She's kaput. But after a few restarts and fucking throwing it around and whatnot, it seems to have started up, and it appears to be working. But if I drop at any time, it's because the computer's fucked up.
Right,
And I'm sure
okay.
there'll be jubilation throughout the land.
Yes.
Maybe you've added as many women on Facebook that your internet's full. It's overflowing.
No. You can never add too many women on Facebook.
Can we just say, gentlemen, that is we can't say that he's been adding girls because his wife is in the chat room. and she could be a bit tetchy about the whole thing.
In my experience, I mean, this is just off the, from my own background.
Right.
She won't be around for long anyway.
Hey!
I'm just saying. See, now that shouldn't be the music we play when we mention her nowadays.
Oh, right,
It should
okay.
be some sort of fucking party music.
Okay.
Every day I'm shuffling or something.
Celebration by Cool and the Gang.
What's that one again? Freedom or something like that.
Freedom.
Yeah.
By George Michael.
Yeah.
Right. So, moving on.
Free by the Soup Monkeys would do.
So, Maynard, of course, you've been big in oil this week.
Yes, I have been.
Hence why today you've been a bit latchy.
Yep.
On the we did think, of course. I mean, Maynard, give him his dues, did say, "Look, guys, there's a good chance I won't be here tonight for the show."
Yeah.
But I see you pulled out all the stops.
Pulled out all the stops. It was one of those where, fucking, those days, I call them Midas days, but where everything you touch turns to gold. Well,
yes.
It wasn't one of those days. Everything I touched turned to shit.
Right.
Aye, and bad shit as well.
Oh.
Just fucking. Had an engineer boy coming down saying, he doesn't know anything. He's trying to teach me how to suck eggs.
Okay.
Now, I've only been in the game for a couple of months, but he's trying to teach me which way to tighten up a nut and bolt.
Oh.
Now, fair dues, I could understand if this boy's been in the game for like 20 or 30 years maybe, but no. The guy's fresh out of college and he's maybe 20 years old maximum. Can't even grow a beard or nothing.
Oh, no.
So he's trying to tighten up this, he's trying to slacken off a nut. And I'm like, listen, mate, I'm really busy at the minute, but from here I can see you're actually tightening that. He goes, no, listen, I've got an HND, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, brilliant.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but you're tightening that. No, it's snap.
I can't believe
like,
you persisted.
I know.
See, after the HND line, I would have gone, okay, bye.
Carry on.
Yeah, just you bash on.
I left his
See
monkey
you in
ass.
an hour.
I left his ass just to take that broken bit out. For all I know, he's still there right now.
Brilliant.
And I knew it was going to be a bad day when it got to like 10 past 8 and they said, right, get the ballistic top out. We're going to have to blow this thing up to get this part out. I was like,
that's
fuck me.
genius.
Aye.
What a motherfucking habitual line crosser. I
Aye.
mean, the thing is, you can't teach Maynard shit about nothing.
Thing is, I'm always open for learning, but if you're going to teach me something, don't, you know what I mean? Don't fucking piss in my pocket and tell me it's raining. Come on now. Fucking unbelievable, that
Speaking
boy.
of pissing, it's been fucking pissing down here today as well.
How bad's the
big
flooding
time.
The
been?
rain's been thumping down.
Yeah.
Did you see the flooding on Saturday?
Yes, it did. Yes,
Jesus Christ,
there was
there's like-
cars underwater in some
Yeah.
parts of the city.
Cars like floating about and stuff.
Brilliant. I was driving to the butcher and back today as well.
Yeah.
Some lazy fat bastard.
Right,
And
yeah.
I thought,
Right,
drive to
yeah.
the butcher and back. He was saying he saw your good self on the weekend.
Yeah,
there.
I was in.
You were in.
Chasing some ribs and some hunter's chicken.
He did say that you spent a fuck ton on ribs.
Oh,
just
fuck
give me
aye.
the whole lot.
I was
basically.
like, just fucking throw 'em my way, my man. Don't bother give me 3 or 4. Just fucking bang them all in. How many have you got? I've got a shitload. You just fucking make it happen.
Make more, in fact. So I'm driving to the butcher and back, and of course the wind is howling, the rain is thumping down, and there's this poor guy, Indian guy, with a brolly which has completely been destroyed by the wind.
Inverted.
Well, not so much that, but the prongs are now out of the material. Material's flapping around. He's trying to get to hold the material in like a cape over his head, and I'm hee-hawing. I nearly crashed the car laughing at this poor guy, But it's been horrible here today as well.
Pretty wild, isn't
Which,
it?
of course, compounded by our manthrax, hasn't really been for a great day today.
I'm worried because I'm in rude health at the minute. I haven't even got a sniffle or
Oh my god!
or nothing. Watch us this time next week.
I'll be able to help you there.
No.
Excuse me.
Now, of course, Maynard, you feel free. I know you always decline this when I say to you, would you like a drink from our in-studio beer fridge? There is beer there, there's Diet Cola there as well. But before you say no this week, can I say to you this? I do have in my hand a can of Brothers Toffee Apple Cider.
You motherfucker.
There's more in there. Feel free to have one of those and tell me what you think.
Do you know what? Go on then.
Do it!
Go on
Fucking
then.
do it! It's a celebration, bitches.
If I end up like Sparky did the other week, it's your own fault. Ow! Burst sumps.
Hugging the foam and spur sumps and
Just remember, it's always dearer from the minibar.
It was funny actually. Speaking of Sparky, of course, Sparky and I were working together the weekend just past there,
Oh, yeah.
and one of our listeners. Now, Steve, you know this person.
Oh.
A good friend of yours who Clark, who runs, is it PB?
Paul's Bliss.
Paul's Bliss.
Clark Aitken, yes.
Clark Aiken, his good lady wife Sharon,
Yes, Ron.
came bouncing at the back door of the building we work in. You see,
Oh, me.
and screamed Sasquatch. Now I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know,
Brilliant.
I've got no idea. I'm like, oh, who are you? But I know I recognised her Twitter picture. I thought, oh, you must be Sharon. She went, yes, I am. I've got a present for
Clark's boss.
you. Clark's boss, basically. She says, I've got a present for you, which, you know, now I love presents. Call me old-fashioned.
Oh, yeah.
She breaks out a sweetie bag, you know, and in there she has 2 Colin the Caterpillars.
What are they?
2 jelly... What the fuck is that? Pink, have you got something on the back end there?
Yeah, I just get hit with an advert. There's fuck all I can do about it.
Ah, right, okay. Okay, so 2 Colin the Caterpillar, like jelly, like worm type length sweetie things.
Nice.
One from me, one for Sparky.
Oh,
God
shit.
bless her cotton socks.
What a nice girl.
What a
That's
nice girl.
Nice girl.
Now,
Well, like her.
I want to say thank you to her, but of course, before I move on to Mr. Pink and his week, of course, I would like to give a wee shout out to a couple of show sponsors this week.
Oh.
We have a guy called Ben Glasgow.
Hello, Ben
What a
Glasgow.
great surname.
It is.
Ben Glasgow and Peter Williams, who this week have sponsored this week's show, so thank you very much. Folks, if you want to sponsor an episode of the DHB, you go to our website, dhbradio.com, and it should be /donate or sponsor, I think it is. You'll see when you get there.
Yeah.
You know, it's all there. And that's how you can sponsor a show. But thank you, Ben Glasgow and Peter Williams. Now, Pink, I can see that you're lounging back there in a very fantastic shirt. It's very eye-catching. Tell me more about it.
You liking this shit?
Liking this shit, Pink is wearing the prototype of one of our new shirts
Ooh.
that are coming to our new store very soon.
Go
It's
on.
lovely. A white shirt.
Yes.
We're breaking the mold here. We're going away from black shirts to white shirts.
Black somewhere for slimming, though.
Yeah. I probably won't be wearing a white shirt very often, to be fair. But it's
Unless you're washing the car.
well, yes, exactly. So the neighbours see a bit of nippage.
Hello, ladies.
Jessica
So-
Simpson style.
Oh,
No,
Daisy
like,
Dukes.
Like your fucking... what's her tits? Call me, maybe.
What's her? Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes.
The one.
I
You not
love-
seen her
I
music
love
video
her.
for that song?
I have.
Out washing the car and shit and falling off it.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard her song, but it is fucking fantastic.
How does it go again?
I'm trying to. You know what? While I'm speaking, I'm hardly tapping into YouTube because it is a musical sensation. There's been people who've said to me, "You play that song again, I am leaving the show." And you know what?
Fuck
I
off,
feel
then.
bad for them, but fuck off, because the song is lyrical genius. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's fantastic. I mean, it's buffering right now as we speak.
I get it.
Stalling. Oh, what's going on?
I bought it on iTunes.
What's that beautiful sound in my ears? Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I look to you as I fell, and now you're in my way. Steve's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what? I like the song. I just...
I love it.
You know, it kind of creeps me out when you start singing along.
Done for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Sorry, Steve, you were saying.
You see, it's just like audio sunshine.
Your stare was golden, your teen skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Minard!
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number. Call me maybe. I fucking love that song.
Steve, how can you just sit back in bemusement when we play this
You
song?
know, I like the song. I don't know. I think it's kind of creepy when people like attempt to sing along and
How do you mean creepy?
I don't
It's
know,
just the
like
best.
you know, men especially singing along a little girly song.
Can you tell me, Stephen, good faith, that you've ever sat in the house and that come on and you haven't sung along to that song?
I don't sing.
Have
but
you never been in a
listen,
car and heard it come on the radio and gone, oh,
You-
better fucking...
Understand me now, right?
Right.
I know I can't sing, right?
Neither
And
can
I know how bad it is. Hence, I just do not sing.
So you've never been like sitting in a bar or even in the shower. Good song comes on. Oh, I love this tune, and you just break out
Why
in
would
some
there be a
tune.
song on in the
A little
shower?
bit of Tom Jones.
Who has music on in the shower?
I have totally got music on in the shower.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh
Why
God,
would you do
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I take
don't-
the iPod through, put the speakers on,
If
boom.
it gets
I'm gonna
wet, what if you could fuck it up?
It's nowhere near the fucking water.
Oh yeah, but well then, well, mind you, my shower's like totally enclosed, so I would hear fuck all. I'd have to take it in with me.
You can't buy a shower radio.
Steve,
in the Apple
Steve,
Store, for
how on
fuck's
earth
sake.
do you expect to play Face in our remake of the A-Team if you're not singing and dancing in the shower? It's just not happening.
I don't think I've seen that episode of the A-Team.
You did. Oh, see, even here's a man in our chat room called Ellenberg 8. Now I've met this guy, and I'll get to him shortly
What's his
because he's
name?
fantastic. Ellenberg 8.
Ellen.
who says, "Fuck off, Steve, I was just singing." So he's a man too. Now, he's probably the most manliest man in the chat room, and I'll tell you why. Let me tell you before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck Pink in his week. I'm going to tell you about this because it's fucking gold. We'll get back to Pink entirely. This guy, right? Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard about Google Plus, and you know the
Yes.
social network Google Plus. Yes, Google Plus, the Google version of like Facebook, or their version of social networking, basically.
Yeah.
And on Google Plus, there's a system called Hangouts, and you can basically create like a webcam chat room, and you can invite in, or you can basically invite in your friends or whatnot, or random folk can come into your Hangout and get involved.
Which is nice.
Which is nice. Now, there's one of our listeners, a guy called John Swanson from up north. Now, Pink knows John Swanson. Nice guy as well. Bit crazy, but you know, we can let that slide.
Magic.
Now, John Swanson created himself a Google Plus Hangout late one night. It would have been maybe, I think, Thursday night into Friday morning, you see. So I come home from work, I've got the PC on, I thought I'll do a little bit of browsing before I, you know, chill out and go to bed and
You
stuff.
mean you were going to watch porn before you go to bed?
Possibly, yes. And
We've all
so
been there.
I get the wee notification saying, "You've been invited to a Google Plus Hangout." I thought, what the hell? You know, I'm going to join in and see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah.
So I joined this Hangout. Brilliant. There's like 5 cameras. And it's all, you can flip between whose camera you want to view. You all speak at the same time. It can be a bit of a clusterfuck, but it's a good laugh.
Right.
So I'm in there. John's in there with a couple of friends. They're drunk. You know, fucking John. He's in there with his fucking friends. And they've been clearly quite heavily drinking. Which doesn't make them bad people at all by any means.
Not
You
the
know,
slightest, no.
but they're
It
boozy.
just means they're from Thurso.
Yes, exactly. So they're boozy already, you know.
Right.
Now, this guy here, Ellenberg, Heath Ellenberg, I believe his name is, you know, he's in there as well. He's from the US. And I don't even know who he is, but he's there.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Heath, how are you? Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, big guy? Blah, blah, blah. Great guy, right? He lives in what appears to be a trailer, you know.
Hot damn!
Hot damn! You know, looks the part, you know, all kitted out, chandelier, the whole shooting match, you know. So we're chatting away about things and stuff, and, you know.
Is he married to Britney Spears? She's a trailer park trash.
Shit and joke of the week.
That's not a shitting joke. She's
So-
trailer park trash.
So,
Most
as I
people
was
have forgotten
saying,
who she is.
I know, except fucking what. So we're chatting away, and I was getting a point where I'm like, you know what, guys, it's quite late here. I'm speaking quite loudly, you know, into the microphone. It's like 2 in the morning here, 3 in the morning. I've got neighbours. I better go offline and go to bed. And oh no, says John, before you go, Heath, go and show Scott some of your weapons. No problem, says Heath, and cracks out some of the biggest rifles and shotguns you've ever seen in your
Holy
life.
shit.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, big gets better. So
Right.
I'm sitting stunned, going, the man's got fucking weapons in his home. Oh yeah, look at this. Click, click, fucking loading cartridges in the shotgun. He's got a hyper rifle with a fucking sights and the whole shooting match. So of course I ask what any red-blooded male would ask. Can you fire one off, please?
Oh.
No problem, says Heath. Wow! I'm glued by this point now as well. Heath turns round. In fact, do you know what? Heath's calling in right now. Let's get him on the phone here as well. Hello, Heath. You're on the show. How you doing? Heath, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Yeah, Heath. So, I'm basically telling the story here, of course. Now, I've now said to you on Google Plus Hangout, saying, look, you know, this man has got weapons. Can you fire a shot? Heath then goes and opens the front door of his house into pitch blackness and starts discharging shotgun shells into the darkness. What the fuck? This is
Fucking
genius. Now, Heath, I mean, what time was it for you when this happened? Hello, Heath.
Wait, what's that?
I'm saying, Heath, what time would it have been for you when you were shooting off these shells?
Oh, what time of night, man? It was about, probably like midnight, 1 in the morning.
Brilliant.
So, I said, do you not have any neighbours who, you know, would protest at a fucking shotgun being discharged out their front door, you know, at 1, 2 in the morning? But, Heath, I believe you said you live quite remotely. There's no one nearby.
Yeah, I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. You're pretty much out here, you know, probably a half mile to the nearest house.
Yeah.
I've got visions of your neighbours, you know, the ones that were within gunshot hearing range, coming out and just firing one off in support. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Heath,
Shoot in the air.
can you give us an idea then of what kind of weapons you had there? I mean, obviously, there's a big ass shotgun you had. What else do you have there in your home?
Okay, well, I got a 12 gauge Remington shotgun, and then I had several guns that are not at my house. But,
Okay.
And then I got a 22 caliber rifle. That's the one I shot off about 7 times.
Jesus.
And then I got a 30-06, which is a high power rifle, used for hunting big game, deer, stuff like that.
So
Yeah, but that's all I got here. But I got stuff.
Now,
that
for you people out there, who the 30-06 is what the sniper used in the Dirty Harry films.
Yes.
bloody hell. Now listen, Ellenberg, I'm going to let you go for just now because the line quality is really bad. But I'll give you a call again later on the show. So thanks for calling in, buddy. So we'll call
fair
you
enough.
shortly. So effectively, he's fired off like 2 or 3 rounds of shotgun,
Brilliant.
and I'm ecstatic. I'm like, holy shit! There's a man firing live weaponry on Google Plus Hangouts at like silly o'clock in the morning.
Brilliant.
I then say, what are the chances of you firing off a few rounds of that big fucking rifle? Yeah, no problem at all. I'm your man. Holy fuck. So he's like, yeah, cool. Door open again, rifle, and then boom! This thing goes off. I'm like, holy fucking hell. Mental. I couldn't believe it. So this has basically made me now a big Google Plus fan. You know, Google Plus Hangouts fan.
You know what I like about Google Plus? It's full of geeks.
It really is.
It's full of people, and I'm saying geeks. It's like it doesn't matter what you're into.
Yeah.
You're into it big time. On
Exactly.
Google Plus. That
Yeah.
seems to be it,
Because-
like a lot of photographers with really good cameras on there.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're into guns, they've got a lot of cool guns. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't matter what you're into on there. It seems to be you're into it in a big way. It's kind of awesome.
Because here's
Now,
the...
can I just say that I would reckon that we're American compadre there likely has a pickup truck.
Or a tank.
Or a tank, exactly.
Well, I'd say a pickup truck. Maybe likes NASCAR, likes Hillary Clinton and that kind of thing. You know, if the Top Gear show is to
I
be
know that
believed.
he enjoys some beer because I found his YouTube channel and it's gold. I'll pass it on to you guys so you can enjoy, so you can subscribe as well. But brilliant! But so this, of course, made me a big Hangout fan, and as Steve said, I like Google Plus because it's populated by geeks or by folk who don't want to post just shit.
Yeah.
Because look at Facebook. I mean, guys, we complain every week about these people who are posting about their meals.
Yeah.
They're posting about cryptic things about somebody pissed me off and I'm angry. You know, just shite.
I have to put my hand up and say I've been posting a lot about my car and my tools this week.
But that's cool though, because that's topics that we could all kind of talk about.
Yeah.
But
A lot of love for the toolbox. I was quite impressed with that.
yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
saw it. That was- it was
Steve,
impressive.
I'm actually thinking about phoning the council because you should be paying council tax on that motherfucker.
So
It's all right. It's a good size.
it's
healthy.
It's a healthy size. So of course, Google Plus. Now I thought it couldn't get any better, and John had said to me, like, because you know, normally it's dull as fuck. But for some reason, when I came on there, it suddenly became fantastic. You
Yeah.
know, there's guns getting fired off. So the next day, it's kind of midday. I'm getting ready for work. Well, see, I'm like having a meal before work and stuff. I'm getting myself showered and blah blah.
Yeah.
I get an invite again by John to join a hangout again. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll jump on for 5 minutes. So we go in there. There's a girl in this group called Nadia. Now, Nadia is in the US somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. But when you can see by her camera, she's looking pretty fucked up. You know, nice enough lassie in a pair of like a short skirt, t-shirt, but just swaying around and we're speaking. And then suddenly turns around and grabs a bucket and spews in a bucket. Oh, but it gets worse. So I'm laughing anyway, going, my God, she's been sick, what's going on? And of course, because there's a girl now in our hangout, you're getting random Indian men arriving. Hello, Didi, hello, pretty, you know, and just sleeves on her. She's
my
like,
name
yeah, get away from me, blah, blah.
Hello, my name is Hamish. I may help.
Thank you. So she's now, we're spinning away, of course, and we're like, oh, so Nadia, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm just fucked up on drugs, you know. Okay, yeah, I've just been shooting up. She's been shooting up.
What the fuck?
She's ruined. You can see she's a space cadet. So we're, of course, laughing away at this.
Other drugs are available.
We're, of course, laughing away at this. You know, this is a whole kind of fantastic new adventure for us. You know, seeing this girl who's
hell.
coked out or whatever, stabbed
Yeah.
out her tits.
Fucked
She
up.
then goes on to tell us about the drugs she's taking. She's got her drawer she pulls open, which is bulging with pill bottles and
my
wraps and everything. Holy
hell.
shit. But it gets better. She then goes on to start showing us her sex toys.
Right.
Oh,
So-
superb.
you think, great, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Look what I've got. So you pull this regular dildo thing, which is, I mean, I say regular. I mean, this thing's like a good 50 inches of black death, you know? It's wobbling around, you know? It's like
Is it like your anal vibrator, big man?
It's like my forearm shot. It's like my...
See the look on Maynard's face there? That was like, wiener.
So she's got this big thing wobbling around like my arm, and with a boxing glove on it, you know? She pulls this other thing. It's like a plug for your ass with a tail coming off it as well.
What? Why would you have it?
She's got a thing as well that's like a dildo and a butt thing as well, so you get them both. And I'm stunned by this. I'm glued. Like, holy shit, this is mental.
Was she? Hold on a minute. Was she like just taking them out and being like, ta-da, look at that, or was she like, look what this does?
No. She wasn't using them. You know, we asked, but she wasn't using them. But she was showing us these toys, like, oh my god, what are these things? But she saved the absolute best for last. This ended me. This has made me a complete Google Plus Hangouts fan. She goes, wait here, guys, I'll be back shortly. She jumps off her bed and goes to leave the room, walks into her door and knocks herself out. Right? Of course, we're being nothing but sympathetic, i.e. pissing ourselves laughing.
Brilliant.
She leaves the room. She comes back in with what can only be described as a weapon of ass destruction.
Aye.
Right? This thing.
Was it Maynard?
It's basically a reciprocating saw with a giant dildo on the end of it. Fuck. I kid you not. I am now dumbstruck. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Fire up, Nadia! This thing, and the of course, it's not a rigid dildo. It's one of those kind of flappy kind of ones. It's going fucking mental. You know, I thought this was going to take off. It's like a helicopter blade. Like, things fucking. What the fuck?
Was it like a snake with epilepsy?
It was. It really was. It really was. And then I had to leave. Then, but my god, I took a photograph of this reciprocating dildo contraption type thing, and posted it on our Facebook page, of course, facebook.com/doghousebastards. It's on there if you want to see it, folks. But my fucking word, guys! If any of you get a chance, now, as Steve said, Google Plus is like. It's like Facebook without the shit, you know? If you go on there, we've got a Doghouse Bastards page on there, so, you know, like that on there as well if you get a chance. Not that it gets used much, mind you, but find our personal pages and add us there if need be, because we'd love to hang out with you listeners if we get a chance.
We should do that some night. Organise a hangout some night.
Good point, yes.
Yeah. Just for a bit of interaction with the listeners.
Why don't we then, maybe from next week onwards, is after the show finishes, once we've all left and done our own thing as well, once we all get home and settle down, we maybe have a quick hangout.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I am off next week.
Oh.
So I'm definitely up for that. In fact, I might just get pissed.
Lovely. Even better.
Is it next week? Hold on. What's the date? Yeah, it'll be next week.
Do a sparky, as they say. So anyway, listen, guys, we'll move on from that, of course. Now turning to Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink, how's your week been, pal?
My week has been fun-packed. In fact, you know, like sometimes I have absolutely nothing to talk about, but
Like
quite
most
literally,
weeks.
I could almost fill the entire 2-hour show if that's what we're going to do with
Beautiful.
the shit that's been going on with me.
Love to hear it. So what's the best and what's the newest, or what do you want to start with?
What's a highlight?
Well,
What's the highlight?
well, I don't know about what the highlights are, but I mean, certainly there was like one thing that I was completely and utterly agog. I went to the local chip shop to me, and when I was there, I was waiting for
Fish and a
my
chip
chips.
emporium.
In fact, I was sitting in the car, and my friend was off in getting the chips.
Can we
yeah.
can we just jump in here a second?
Friend.
Now,
Fish and chip friend.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a certain accent on the word friend there.
Does Joe know?
Does JBL know about this? Now, when you say friend, do we mean like let's go bowling together, maybe get a pizza and then go home and wrestle, or do you mean let's go home and wrestle kind of friend?
Well, it would be the former, being as this was the friend who was helping me take the pictures for the Bucktooth Macatoot video.
Ah, okay. So anyway, right.
So I'm sitting at the chip shop. We'll cut to the chase, and basically, so waiting for the chips, and chip shop doors open. The aroma of chips is coming out, and a car pulls up in front of me, and there's a big 4x4, and out pops this man and woman, and out pops this fucking dog, right? And it was, I think it was a Great Dane. This thing was fucking huge. So anyway, she's got on a lead, and they're obviously going to get chips. So anyway, the dog walks down, and the dog is like I can see it's looking in the car window. The thing is fucking huge. Right? It is honestly, I felt like I was in some kind of Japanese kind of manga film or something like that. This thing was massive.
Okay.
It's Dogzilla!
Dogzilla!
Now, you see, the thing is, if you've got a dog this size, you really should be a bit more responsible with it. Like, say, for instance, I don't think this is very cool, having the dog in a big car. They've maybe been on a big journey and they get out and they're going to get fish and chips. So they take the dog out for the old leg stretchy. And this thing, I'm not joking, he was like a fucking lion. So anyway, she's waiting outside the shop. He goes in to get the fish and chips. Well, I'm not joking you. This big dog, this fucking lion, squats outside the front door and produces the biggest pile of shit, right, I have ever seen. It was tumbling out its arse like a fucking scaled fucking shopping trolley. And it was just, I was like, oh my word. Luckily, I was behind glass, so I was sealed off from what can only imagine was the aroma, but the inside of the chip shop didn't fare so well. And the thing is, the husband came out and was like, and he thought, well, I have to do the right thing. So anyway, he goes off the car. Well, he comes out with like a 50-litre flip bin bag and comes down and puts it on like he's a vet about to do a proctal examination of a cow and scoops up this fucking turd.
Oh, man.
So obviously, bag inside out, right? And he launches it towards the bin. Well, the last time I saw that was like being a hammer thrown at the Olympic Games. It nearly knocked the bin over when he launched it in the bin. And then he went off in. Now, I know there was a small sheath of plastic, but of course, goes in and gets his fish and chips and skedaddles off to the car. And I'm thinking, oh, there's just no way. Handling food after that. Oh,
No,
but,
fuck
Oh,
that.
no,
At least he could have done was licked
goodness.
his fingers.
Yeah.
Salty.
God.
but anyway, if you've got a dog but yeah, I mean, outside a chip shop.
Why do people get dogs that big? I
Do you
don't
know,
understand it.
What baffles me is what are those Japanese dogs that are like fucking horses?
Akitas.
Akita, yeah.
Why do those little Japanese people have those fucking... Do they ride them to work, you know? I mean, what the hell are these for?
Maybe. Anything's possible.
Ridiculous. But, I mean, as Pink said there, of course, well, I, mean, I always make a point of, if I'm walking Little Dickhead here, then I have, like, bags in my pocket.
Yeah.
But then he's not daft, though, because if I grab 2 bags, he'll have 3 shits. You know, if I grab 4, he'll have 5 shits. You know, he's... You know, and you try to outsmart him, you know, grab the bags when he's not looking, but he knows, he can tell, you know, a little fucking dick. But then, of course, I'm guaranteed if he has, like, say, 4 shits, you've now picked up 3 with bags, put them in the nearby dog litter bins, you've now got no bags left, you're now heading back to the house because you know there's people nearby, he wants an audience, he's going to shit again.
Yeah.
So you've got him on a short lead, come on, you, in the house. But no, he'll dig the heels in, you see. Oh, hello! Start shitting. Oh. Of course, you've got nothing to pick it up with. So you look like a bastard because you're letting your dog shit in the middle of the street and not pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking dogs make me
fuck's
sick.
sake.
Speaking of horrifying people, gentlemen, I may have horrified a council workman there the other day. Now, I don't know if you both noticed there, but when you come into the block of flats there,
There's no flooring.
there's no flooring.
Yeah, I did notice. Yeah, yeah.
So
Someone stole the flooring.
the flooring's been stolen.
Are the pikeys parked up nearby?
Well, what's happened is the council are relaying all the floorings in these buildings. New flooring,
Nice,
paint jobs,
Cool.
and blah, blah, blah. This
Yeah.
kind of shit.
They did the halls up not long ago, didn't
That's
they?
right, yeah. New paint job as well. Cover all the graffiti and
Yeah.
Shaz loves fucking days and crap
Yeah.
graffiti. So this poor guy now, I mean, it must have been maybe kind of 9:30, 10 in the morning. Now that's a stupid time to be fucking taking up tiles anyway. So it's not really my fault what happened, to be fair. You know,
So I think you'll find it's within regular working hours.
Yeah, I was going to say.
well, potato, Steve. I don't even fucking know. So now I'm lying in bed. I'm out cold, but I'm woken up by what sounds like someone trying to trap their way through my fucking front door, like like a hammer and chisel through my front door.
Yeah.
And I leap out the bed in fear. Oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered! You know, because you're that kind of half asleep, half awake phase where everything in your head makes sense, but the real world they've not got a clue.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
actually. So I run through the house and I can hear my door getting rattled against. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? And rather than have the common sense, I look through the peephole and I see a guy on his hands and knees with his face up against my door, I'm like, he's trying to break in. So I grab the nearest thing of a shoe. I grab a shoe, like a trainer. What am I going to do with a trainer?
To be fair, I've seen the size of your trainers,
say,
Scott.
yeah.
Well, they are boats.
Fucking hell.
Nigh on a coffin for him.
I unlock the door. I rip the door open. And I'm like, what are you doing? The boy leaps backwards, like, what the fuck? And the poor guy is only his hands. He's like chipping up the tiles. You see, outside my door. But it sounds like he's coming through my door and trying to kill me.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
He can try to come through your door and kill you.
Yes, yes.
So he didn't exclaim, whose sale?
No, he didn't. But it gets worse. The poor guy, of course, on his hands and knees, and he's been taking up these tiles and whatnot else. I, however, in my haste to defend myself, have jumped out of the bed in only a vest. I've arrived at the front door, weak to open, with my penis, I would say magnificent, but I'm not going to lie to you, my knob was there. And you can imagine my knob now has like a face level.
Yeah.
So he's on all fours, he looks up to be facing with my penis, and me going, the fuck are you doing?
Brilliant.
The man, you've never seen a man in more terror in your life. Thank God there was no morning glory, it's all I can say.
Oh,
Could you
you'd
imagine?
have had his eye out.
That'd have been hilarious. Hello.
So Mr. Kensal Manley, if you listen to the show, I can only apologise. But could you imagine, what if he had like sheer
Snips.
snaps?
Snip.
And going, fuck you! And just, self-defense, snap.
He's probably sitting in a room fucking rocking backwards and forwards after seeing that now.
Find a happy place. Find a happy place. So what? So Pink.
Not the Kraken.
Not the Kraken. Not the. Releash the Kraken. Release. Okay, Pink. So.
Done a film of Kraken.
Oh, hey!
Not again, Daddy. I mean,
So awkward. So what about you, Pink? Then anything else? Still that you? I imagine you have more tales from your week that you can.
Well, there's a few. I can give you a couple of options. There's a man talking bollocks at the end of my shift on my pub on Saturday, or I go for a haircut. You can choose.
I'll throw open to the bastards.
they sound
So-
equally as shit.
They do sound quite shit. So let's move on to something else entirely. I mean, why do we want to hear about your fucking haircut? What the fuck is that? I mean,
Unless your hairdresser had massive titties and they were rubbing all over your face,
Yeah.
we don't
yeah,
care.
unless you're having your hair cut by fucking Sam Fox, then fair play to you.
Oh, she's good.
Sam fucking Fox.
Yes.
She's nice.
Sweet
About that.
Jesus.
I like
Hey,
What,
listen.
some like fucking pensioners hairdressing
Wait a
salon?
minute, listen, if
Hey,
Steve knows who she is, then
she's a handsome
viable,
woman.
okay.
She is a handsome woman.
And she licks the fucking clamful archers as well.
I soon sort that out.
Doesn't
Sorry,
mean that
though.
she doesn't mean a bad person. She's a bit kumsa. know?
Means a full-on snog might taste quite nice.
Likes the bread button on both sides.
Yeah.
So, Pink, we've got an option then. So wait a minute. We've talked about a man firing weapons out of his home. We've talked about, a lady with a reciprocating saw dildo. We've talked about me nearly facially raping a fucking poor council worker. And now we're going to talk about your fucking haircut.
Well, yeah, technically we're not talking your stories, but I mean, the thing is, we'll talk. Right at the end of my shift on Saturday, with a
Right.
chap that I know who listens to the show. I won't name him, in the pub, and to be fair, I was wanting to go home to my bed, but he started talking about his sexual exploits,
Right.
and the thing is that you kind of remember what it was like, because we're kind of slightly elderly gentlemen, and when you're young and
And don't
a
get
little bit
sick.
yourself.
well, when you're a bit young and you think you're just obviously fucking Don Juan, you exaggerate your conquests, and it was just listening to the
How
man.
very dare you.
It was unfucking believable, and he was coming out with some almost Doogie Bray-esque expressions, and it was just class. And you can just tell he seems to think that he's obviously, like you say, Don Juan, but I would just imagine he's just absolutely shit. He seems to think that he's knocking the arse out of women and they're absolutely loving it. But just the way he was describing it, and there was a female barmaid there, was just staggered by what she was hearing. And he came out with a cracking turbo, almost giving the game away, came out with an expression of, he's like, I was snogging her and getting right about her, and I was giving her the turbo fingers. And I'm not joking you. That was me nearly on the floor.
I
And
would have given
he's
her the
like
turbo fingers.
giving her the turbo fingers and everything. Oh, she was loving it. Oh, turbo fingers, and I'm like, Really?
I don't even know what to say to that. It's like-
Okay,
And
no.
he was trying to profess he was obviously absolutely phenomenal at the old cunnilingus because he was down on this woman and she was gushing like a fountain after a minute. And I'm like, that's probably got less to do with you and probably more to do with her, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You
what
know,
was she like 70 and pissing
She's
herself?
pissed to bed.
well, unless you've got a cat like a tongue, which I just can't see, it's just not happening. But oh man, it just brought me back. Like when you're young, you just seem to think that you're just absolutely the man, but it was just priceless. And I sat there for an hour listening to it because it was just solid gold. And I should have recorded it on my phone, but I just know that the quality would have been shit. But
It's
dear
funny
me.
you should say that. I remember when I was younger thinking, you know, oh, I'm the boy, and about all the
Yeah.
boys and that, you know, not thinking they've never called again. You know what I mean? And it wasn't till
I rocked her socks.
Yeah, but like I watched I found a thing online. It must have been like 6 years ago or something like that. And it's this guy Jason Julius. And he does a thing called the female orgasm blueprint. And this guy just got like curious as to why women squirt, right?
Right.
And he just basically went on a mission to find out, you know, what the medical reason behind it was. So he went in and he's like researched it so intensely, it's unbelievable. And he basically just sits and gives you like a step-by-step guide on how to finger women properly and stuff like that. And it's like, and I just watched out a blatant curiosity, and I'm sitting there going, fuck, I didn't know that. Fucking hell, holy shit. And he's giving you like all the medical terms for all the shit he's doing, and it's really interesting actually. And, it's like, and since watching that, it's like the amount of girls, well, I'm saying the amount of girls, the few women that I've been with since then, obviously, I've been like, fucking hell, it was all right, you know. And I think they've actually said, you know,
You've
that
become
was
a bit of a bedroom warrior.
well, it's not even that. I just think I'm quite good at fingering. That's it. But there's nothing wrong with good fingering. It can, in fact,
Eh?
reduce teenage pregnancies.
Yes, allegedly. Yes.
Well, you see, but the man in question that was speaking to me on Saturday was even telling me how he had this girl and he was been going out with her and she was a bit saucy. In fact, and this is one very bold claim, there isn't a pub in Thurso where he hasn't been with said woman where he hasn't had his fingers in her fanny. And I'm like,
Okay, now.
He
what?
sounds classy.
And I was like
He's a
trying to
keeper.
check out to see if he actually did have hands or he had a fucking hook on him.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
What was he, a leper? Keep the tip.
Hey!
Hey.
Gentlemen, we have one of these.
Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. FML.
It's it's they've written in anonymously. There's no name at all, get access at all.
Gate. What's the email address?
But they've written. I don't give that shit out, Steve.
All right, did you put it into Facebook to see if it come up with anyone's name?
Possibly yes.
What was their name?
I can't tell you. So this guy called Michael writes, you're lucky that I've emailed into the show, as I should still be hiding under the huge fucking rock I've been cowering under for the last week. Oh, excuse me. You see, I fucking hate autocorrect with a passion. He writes, let me just fix this first of all. There we go. I'm dying here, Steve. I've got the manthrax.
Do you want me to hold your hand?
He writes, you see, I fucking hate autocorrect with a passion. It's ruined my life, and I hope that it dies horribly for what it's done to me.
Right.
My girlfriend Alana and I have only been together for just over 2 weeks, and we've been really getting on great. We talk dirty the whole time on the phone, and she sent me a few saucy photographs to cheer me up.
Nice.
Are they included
While I've
in
been
the email?
studying, no, they're not. While I've been studying for some work qualifications I have to get. One night, the messaging got really saucy, and she asked me to send her a really filthy photograph to keep her going through the night.
Ding dong.
So I drew a picture of her ass. I laid my hard cock on it and wrote beside it, your ass is getting pounded when I see you next, before taking a photograph to send to her. Here's my problem. When I made the photograph message and went to punch her name in, my fucking autocorrect changed Alana to all. And now I've sent a photograph of my dick to 312 contacts, including my parents, my grandparents, and also her father, whose number I had in case of emergencies. I've tried to claim that a friend took the photograph and sent it as a prank, but I've really got to distinctive writing, so everyone knows it was me that sent it. My life is shit. FML.
That's No, that's actually like I give that another year, and that's going to make him. Once he starts opening up and admitting that properly, everyone's going to be like, legend.
Yeah.
My fucking hero.
It's only an FML if he's got a cock like a thimble.
We did something this a while back as well to this asshole it was. And it was back with the old kind of Nokia N95s. You know?
Yeah.
Great phones.
Good
Love them to
phones.
bits.
I found one of them in my toolbox.
Did you?
It doesn't work.
Oh, right.
It's like the earpiece is fucked. I tried it. You can't hear anything. But
Because those things were
fucking
generally
ace
built to
phone.
fucking last.
They were like the
to be
first of
fair.
the phones with Wi-Fi on them and shit.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Well, they were fantastic.
Ace.
Yeah.
But we found one night back in a bar I worked in years ago, and we found one night. And of course, what you do is you have a wee browse through, of course, the photographs before anything else, looking for filth. There's a couple of like booby ones, but nothing good, you know. And then you go through the contacts. You find either mum or sister or whoever, you know, and a family member, and you'll phone it saying, "Listen, the phone's been lost. We found it here. If you come to XYZ bar and collect it, it'll be here waiting for you."
I never used to do that when I was working the door. If I ever found a phone, I'd look for mum or dad and then come out as gay.
Well,
Something to tell you.
Well, hold fire, because so we find mum, you see, and we phoned mum to say, look, hey there, I found the phone.
Yeah.
If you come here to get it, I'll be waiting for you. The moment we phone, why have you got this fucking phone? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, we found it. You better give us fucking phone back right now, or we'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, calm the fuck down. I'm trying to give it back to you here. You better give it back, or I swear to fuck you're a dead man. We'll find where you are and we'll kill you. And I'm like, whoa, listen, calm the fuck down. Okay. You're
A woman, irrational.
You're going to get the
Surely
phone
not.
back. I'm explaining to you. But she's going mental. She's screaming at me, "You're a fucking dead man! We're going to get you! You don't know who you're messing with, blah, blah." Okay, bye. Hung up on her. So that was it. Straight away, photograph, balls out, the whole shit match. the whole junk out, photograph, send to all contacts, send, boom, phone, bin, see you later.
Brilliant.
You know? Fucking true balls of God, man. Ah, dear me.
Ace.
Gentlemen, of course, we have announced officially.
Here, listen, before we continue, just on the subject of phones, I remember being out with a certain person who maybe has a DHB-related tattoo in his leg, and I can't, for the life of me, remember who it was, but anyway, we were in a pub, and there was someone there that he didn't like, and the person had left his phone on the table, and the man with the tattoo in his leg didn't like him either, and went, "Oh, right, okay. He's left his phone here. Oh, well, that's a shame." Walked out of the pub where we were sitting in, where there's a big river, and just hoofed it straight in. Came back in, and just started drinking his pint. Chap comes back. "Oh, what have I done on my phone?" "Well, I don't know. Where'd you leave it?" "I've no idea." Of course, fucking phone's at the bottom of the river.
Fuck's sake.
Gentlemen, of course, we've of course officially announced the live show. Of course, the live stage show in Thurso.
Yes.
October 28th. I'm hoping you're all going to be there,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. October 28th, live stage show. We've made a poster design which is now off the printers to get printed out. We're getting posters made up shortly as well. Now, I'm giving some of these to Pink to put around Thurso so people can see what's happening. But we're also going to make a few of these available in the store for sales, like a memento type thing, you see. So I contacted a company nearby, a good friend of ours, a company called grantprint.com that operate in Aberdeen, and said, "Can you make us these posters?" "Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, done by Thursday. Great, bang. Here's a fucking magnificent price." That's amazing. So then contacted them again yesterday because I've now designed the tickets as well. Ticket design's all done. I'll show you guys at some point, but I think maybe it's already, I'm not sure. That's done too. Emailed them saying, "Listen, can you do these as well? Because it'd be great if we can get these done at the same time to sell those tickets now and now, you know." "Not a problem at all." He says, "In fact, I'll do both together for this fucking tiny, minuscule, not even worth the price, you know?" Like, holy shit.
Amazing.
So let me say, guys, I have to thank you guys at grantprint.com. A big thank you to us here from the DHB.
Who
Because
was
of them-
that? Was that Grant Print?
That was grantprint.com. If you get a chance, folks, check them out. And if you're needing any printing done, see them. Because my fucking word, they've done everything for us so far. They've done our stickers for us, which are awesome. They've done the car stickers, which are fucking fantastic, you know. They've done everything for us so far.
Nice.
Brilliant. Love these guys.
And needless to say, anyone that contacts them after we've been there, you'll be paying the full price, which subsidise our fucking awesome price.
Yeah, that could well be true. I'm not so sure about that one, yeah. But guys, thank you very much for that for those guys at Grant Print. It's been much appreciated. But so yeah, of course, the live show, October 28th, it's part of Wave North. Now, Wave North, Pink, you might know more about me than this Wave North thing, but from what I can gather, Wave North is like a surf festival. You know, it's because Thurso's got like is in the top 10 of the world for surf contests. You know, the waves up there. It's the way that the water comes into the top of Scotland there that really creates these monster waves.
Oh, okay.
And Thurso's ranked, would you believe, in the top 10 in the world. Or it was certainly for waves, yeah. So a lot of the kind of major European contests are held in Thurso, which is awesome. So there's one, I think, in October, which now this committee, Wave North, they are responsible for setting up events for that week for the locals to visit and visitors to visit as well. So things like live shows, music,
a bit more
functions.
than just the surfing then, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So the DHB live show is part of this Wave North festival.
Check us.
So, folks, if you get a chance, can you check out facebook.com/wave.north? Give it a like for us if you don't mind, because they're great folks. And they're pulling like a cornucopia of goodies for that whole weekend. A whole week, in fact. So, because, I mean, of course, the live show is going to be on the Sunday, which is a bit awkward, but we can live with that, though.
Yeah.
But the plan is, I mean, for those of you who are in Thurso now, or who are coming to the live show, let me tell you, when the show's done, we're all getting cunted.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We're all heading to the nearest bar, and we're going to get drunk.
I think we should.
You're all welcome.
I think we should maybe take a crate of beer with us for the show.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, believe me, we'll be drinking during the show, and I fully intend to get Sparky fucked up so people can see live what a monstrosity he is when he's drunk. It does mean, though, we will need to keep him off microphone because he'll just hog the whole fucking thing.
I know.
You know?
Just fucking,
in fact, he's so loud, he won't need a microphone when he's drunk. You know? Oh, brilliant. So, yes, that's a game plan there. Folks, now, let's move on to the DHB news.
Fuck you, people. Here's the headlines on the DHB news.
Okay, Mr. Pink, do you want to go first with any news items?
Right, I've got a fucking humdinger.
Oh, brilliant.
Now, you know how, Scott, that you are just a perennial loser when it comes to strength events?
Whoa! I wouldn't say loser, I would say that I'm an also-ran. Okay.
Well, exactly. Now, I have just the answer to your prayers.
Brilliant.
I can make you go from second to first.
Okay.
And it's one simple step.
If you say steroids, then fuck off. I'm not going near that shit.
No.
Okay.
No, better than that.
Right.
It just knocks... In fact, I don't even know how steroids was even invented. You just need to watch porn.
Oh? That's where I've been going wrong. Because as you guys can imagine, I'm completely, porn free.
Yeah, I've never seen porn before.
Yeah, no, never have seen porn. So tell me of this porn you speak of.
Well, it says, watching pornography could make men better weightlifters, a study says.
A
study has shown that male weightlifters can lift heavier objects after watching erotic porn.
Yeah, with one arm.
Yeah.
Scientists showed different types of video clips to male athletes and then studied their workout performances afterwards. They discovered changes in salivary testosterone samples and subsequent squat performances after the weightlifters watched the pornographic clips, Discovery magazine reported. It's said, looking at different types of videos produced incredibly different reactions in saliva. The male athletes found pornography helped them lift heavier weights after they had viewed the sexual clips. Maybe it's because you're watching gay porn and you need to be watching ordinary porn.
Right. That was shit.
I don't know. You must be doing something wrong because you're a fucking loser.
Speaking of losers, can you believe that, like,
fucking loser!
You're a horrible fucking cunt. So, speaking of losers, can you believe? Now, of course, you guys imagine that some of you guys might be like Elvis Presley kind of fans. I don't know. Have you ever enjoyed a bit of Elvis Presley? I don't know. A bit of Elvis Presley. Would you, for example, as an Elvis, or even kind of any kind of fan, say you're a fan of, Steve, who do you like, for example?
I don't know.
Any rock stars. Maynard, what about yourself?
Someone with tits.
Quite like a bit of Kasabian and Prodigy myself. Yeah.
Right, so imagine, if you will, the front man of Kasabian saying, Maynard, I'm going to have an auction now, and you get first dibs. I'm going to sell you a pair of my used underpants. Would you go for them? As a fan?
No, not really.
No.
Well,
maybe if it was like Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Could use them as a fucking tent.
There's a man who's got a framed pair of Elvis Presley's soiled underpants, and they look visibly soiled.
Oh,
there's more skid marks than fucking Damon Hill's driveway.
Fucking hell.
And he reckons these could fetch $10,000 at auction.
Why
For a
is
pair
that?
of fucking clarty underpants.
For a pair of used, soiled, and quite noticeably stained underpants.
See, you'd be wanting like DNA proof
Yeah.
first, wouldn't you?
Well, you would think so, because, you know, if he's fished it, I mean, these look like pants you fished out of your granddad's washing basket.
Oh, he's got some
The
beauties.
big
Nice.
whiteys, you know,
Aye.
big ones, that, you know.
Enough room to get a man nappy in as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what these look like, you know.
the
These
proper one size fits nobody ones.
The light blue briefs, soiled with
fits everyone.
stains, were worn in the King's white jumpsuit in a performance in 1977, the year he died. The underwear obtained from the estate of his father, Vernon Presley, is due to go under the hammer in Stockport, Cheshire. They say the interest is expected to be high. Really?
No.
Because seemingly it's like the 35th anniversary of his death, so people want to buy his fucking soily pants. I mean, come on. Pink, would
Like-
you buy... I mean, Pink, do you have any kind of, like, rock icons that you know of that you would happily buy a pair of their pants to celebrate their lives?
Pink. Oh,
Pink, oh, well, Pink's pants. Well, not obviously Mr. Pink's
not Mr.
pants.
Pink, no.
The pop artist Pink.
Singer,
yeah.
Obviously, I would want the singer of what was it? Call My Number. What's that? What's her theme tune just now?
Carly
Call me,
Rae
call me
Jepsen.
maybe. Yeah.
Fucking, what's her name from
What song was that,
Blondie?
Pink, sorry?
The-
At you, baby, so here's my number, so call me, baby. Sorry, you were saying.
Debbie Harry.
Yes.
Bloody-
Oh.
yeah, her drawers would be alright, wouldn't
Oh, good call, good
Oh, aye.
call.
The lead singer of Transvision Vamp.
Do you know?
Lead
that's-
singer of No Doubt.
How did you think? I was just thinking about the lead singer from Transvision Vamp just then.
Oh,
Bizarrely
She's a
enough.
fucking
Gwen
dirty
Stefani.
whore. That's why.
so anyway.
Yes, Wendy James. Fucking, she get
Oh.
it twice.
So, Pink, what else have you got there?
I have here is New Zealand's accidental millionaire sentenced to prison.
Oh, lovely.
How did you become an accidental millionaire?
Good
Well,
point.
you see, what it is that a New
Whoops.
Zealand man. Hold on, motherfucker.
He's broken it. He's broken it. He's broken the internet.
No, fucking adverts. Right. Hui Leo Giao, dubbed the accidental millionaire, and his girlfriend Cara Hurring, former girlfriend it would appear, and mother of his child. What it is that he went to the Westpac Bank in New Zealand for an additional loan for his business of $100,000, and they gave him $10 million. So he did what anyone would do. He didn't go, oh, excuse me, you've made a mistake. He immediately transferred all the funds and fucked off on a gambling spree.
See it?
So he's taking all the money and then fuck. But surely they would say, "Well, by the way, we made a mistake. We need that money back."
Oh, yeah, by which time, I mean, they did it in April 2009, and about 3 days later they noticed the mistake. He'd already transferred the money and he'd fucked off to China.
Bloody
So
hell!
he was on the run until December 2011, and they only caught him when he went and transferred over to Hong Kong. And he's pled guilty to 7 charges of theft, totaling almost 6.8 million. About 3.7 million is still missing, and he's
Ooh.
refused to say what happened to it. Oh, he says, all I can say is I'm not in a position to pay the reparations. It's fucking buried away.
Bloody
Good lad.
hell.
He got 4 years for it, and the ex-missus got 9 months. So,
Hell.
needless to say, there'll be a few quid waiting for him when he
That
gets out.
3.7 million sitting for 4 years earning all that interest. Holy fuck.
Fuck, I'd do the same myself tomorrow.
Fucking
Be
right,
worth it, wouldn't it?
gentlemen. I may have found a reason why traffic was so bad today. Of course, Mayor and Steve, you're both caught in traffic for a while, as was I.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
at the cinema today to see Expendables 2.
How was
Ace.
it?
Loved it.
Superb.
Oh,
No, it was a bit of a disappointment.
you can fuck off.
No.
It was fucking
It was
fantastic.
Some of the best lines ever. In
And
that
I
movie.
mean, talk about cheese fest.
Yeah.
I mean, so many lines in reference to old movies. There's references to Terminator, to Rambo, to like my god,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is just cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Die
This is
Hard,
fucking-
Lone Wolf McQuaid,
Yeah.
all these different references, you know, it's gold. But anyway, so heading back from there, caught in traffic for like, it must have been damn near maybe 3/4 an hour to get from the cinema, and it's not a big journey.
What's that, about a mile or so?
A mile,
and a half.
if I'm
Yeah.
lucky maybe, you know,
Yeah.
to get back to the house again. So, but here's maybe a reason why it was so bad. Angry bull with bucket stuck on head causes traffic chaos in Scotland. This makes fucking news, for God's sake.
I bet that's
Right.
why. I bet
This
that's
is a
exactly
news
why.
headline. It said this bull basically got a big bucket stuck in his head and escaped from a field. and held up traffic for like 45 minutes along the A77 Ballantrae to Girvan Road.
What a fucking idiot.
This is a news item. This is an actual news item on a reputable fucking news source website.
That's shit. Scotland gets a bull fucking kicking about. Fucking Essex gets a lion.
I know.
There's a
You know
fucking
it's a slow
lion
week.
on the loose in Essex.
You know it's a slow week for news when that's... But speaking of news, why is this boy Prince Harry getting so much shit for cavorting on the front page?
That
for
man's
no
my
reason?
fucking new hero.
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
He's
Absolutely is.
He should be next in the throne.
Do you know what bugs me is? I mean, this man here has been in war zones.
Yeah.
He's been trained. He's saved people's lives. Of course,
Exactly.
like, as part of the. Is he Navy or is he Army?
I think he's Army.
I think is he Army? Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I pardon my ignorance, but he's in the forces, of course.
Yeah.
You know, he's done. He's literally saved lives. He's gone to Vegas to blow off some steam. Okay, they've had a game of strip pool or whatever they've played.
Yeah.
Him some girls. The man's gone naked. Fair play.
That is
Good on you.
That is not the worst thing I've heard a
Oh my,
Scotties doing.
exactly.
I mean,
there's far worse squaddies do.
Exactly.
And he's getting vilified. Are you people fucking nuts? Okay, he's part of royalty, but he's not going to inherit the throne anytime soon. To be fair,
End of the day, he's a fucking single lad. Fucking fair play to him.
Yeah.
I would
You
do
know-
exactly
you
the
know
same.
what I
and
like-
he's ginger. He's get all the help he can get right now.
You know what I like about him? He's more human than the rest of them. He's just a dude. Having
Yeah,
fun.
dude.
Yeah.
I
just
mean-
having
Well,
fun.
I'm sorry, he's not that human. He was standing there with his hand over his bollocks while there was a naked woman behind him.
Yes. I mean, for example,
He was maybe trying to tuck it behind him, shove it back.
there was
Aw.
there was an interview on TV recently with both him and William together on screen.
Yeah.
And he spent the whole time ripping the fucking William for his big balding head. I
Brilliant.
thought, fair play, Harry. You're my kind of bloke. I like you.
on.
You know,
Yeah.
Game fair
We
play to you.
should get him on the show.
I mean,
actually.
William did say,
William
William did say, at least he's not ginger. You know, I thought it was great too. But why is he getting vilified? Behave yourselves.
No.
Yeah.
The thing is, have you seen the fucking plebby wankers that are around him as pals and all that? Fucking, there's some guy called Skippy Inskip and shit like that. It's like,
Skippy and Skip.
yeah, his name's Skippy Inskip, and his fucking old man was probably, I think his old man was like the leads some hunt that Charles goes, you know, the fucking hoity-toity wankers,
Yes.
and they've never done a day's fucking work in their life, and they're just partying off around the world. What they need is a good fucking slap.
Right, okay. So, Pink, any more news stories then?
Yes. A drowning victim who was floating down the river, and the authorities all thought, fucking hell, there's a dead body in the river. As they were going out to retrieve the body, sat up.
Oh, brilliant.
Fuck
Nice.
that.
Brilliant.
I wouldn't shit myself going
I
out to
would
that.
totally
It's still alive.
Oh no, I'd be gone.
poops to the back of the legs, the whole shooting match. Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh,
you see,
yeah.
this dead body was floating down the river, and everyone thought, fucking hell's a dead body. They phoned the authorities and all that. And it turned out that Joseph D'Angelo was not a drowning victim, but he fell asleep whilst watching the clouds.
Brilliant.
Oh, nice one.
He was unaware of the scene developing nearby. He was not that far offshore, but yet no one went out to check on him to see if he needed help. And it says, let me tell you, it was quite a shock for us. Kiesling Jr. told the Sun Gazette he was bobbing up and down the water and he really looked like he was dead. I said, it's a miracle! Williamsport Police Captain Miracle Orwig told WNEP.
In the chat room, Tiny1724 says, as the DHB's resident lifeboat man, fuck that.
It's a zombie.
Exactly. Run for your lives.
Fucking
Gentlemen, speaking about running for your lives, holy shit. Can I ask you please to batten down your hatches and prepare for the worst here? Because there's a new spider species been found.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It gets worse though. Guess the official name of this thing, they've called it a trogloraptor.
Oh, come on. Anything
What
that's
kind
called
of
raptor.
name? Anything with trogloraptor.
Sounds like an ugly raptor.
You may sigh, Steve, but this thing has developed fucking claws.
Fuck off.
Fuck.
Why has it
Claws.
got claws?
It's
What do they need
got
claws for?
Fucking claws. I don't know if
No,
you guys
no,
can
no,
see,
we want wings on this motherfucker.
I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen there, but the fucking thing's got claws. Hold on, 2 seconds. Let me bring it up here. Look, it's got fucking. You can't really see it there, but okay, where's it? Claws. There's claws.
What the fuck do they need claws for?
I don't to kill things. I imagine.
What the fuck's
They
wrong with
need
its teeth?
claws to pull back the bed sheet on you fucking pair of big poofs so it can get in and fucking eat you.
Pink, I swear to fuck, I'm gonna. I don't even. I'm so angry I can't even say it right now. If you've seen this thing, it's nicknamed the Cave Robber. It lives in caves and it fucks things up.
Fuck that shit.
That sounds like me.
They're giving spiders claws. It's Mother Nature's fucked off with us as a society. They want us to die. They're giving spiders fucking claws now.
You know what I blame this shit
want
on?
spiders to have fucking opposable thumbs so they can open your fucking bedroom door and get into you bastard. That's what I want.
You fucking make me sick, you pink-headed bastard. I don't want any grizzles, but...
Hopefully if they've got claws, they'll stop chasing me with an axe.
I tell you,
Yes.
there was none of that shit before Chernobyl. That's all I know. Just saying, just saying.
Listen,
Fucking
if we
there was
want to
none of
get
it.
back to a previously discussed story, listen, if we want to make you first in strongman competitions, we need to be putting fucking spiders behind you. Get you training harder.
Fuck that. Spiders, a trogloraptor.
Fuck
What
that.
kind of fucking name is that?
no.
Could you not call something nice, like the fluffy fucking fairy spider? Then fair play. Oh,
Yeah.
it's got claws, but I'm sure it's friendly, you know?
Yeah.
No.
You could call a spider the Joe
trogloraptor.
Banana Lane spider. It looks all soft and cuddly, but just fucks you up when you get close to it. You know what I mean?
Don't talk about fucking mashed potato Taliban person.
Oh, you wait.
Yes.
You wait.
Hey.
She
Yes.
reignites a debate in our emails shortly
Her
as well.
and Cal Reed.
Yes.
But listen, Maynard, you can rest easy. I will address my wife later.
Good.
Well,
I'm very much
if that's the
pro-mash.
case,
Good.
if that's the case, Pink, when we come to the emails, you'll need to hear her email first before you retaliate with your pre-prepared JBL destruction.
Fair play.
Okay, right. So, Pink, any more news stories before we move on to the emails? Anyway,
Yes.
right.
A man bites a snake to death.
Oh, lovely. What-
Sweet
I was
revenge.
going to say,
Was
is
it Chuck
normally
Norris?
the-
Yeah.
Was
Right, a Nepali man has bitten a snake to death. Mohammed Salmo Mia chased the reptile. Chased the reptile? Surely you don't need to fucking chase it very far. Chased the reptile and killed it after it bit him in a rice paddy he was working on Tuesday, August the 22nd. I could have killed it with a stick, but bit it with my teeth instead because I was fucking angry, the 55-year-old said about the attack. The common cobra, referred to as Goman in Nepal, was not listed as endangered in the country, so Mohammed will not face charges.
fucking.
He is currently recovering from his bite at the village health post.
I don't know about you guys, but sorry, cut off there, Pink. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm pursuing a snake, which is never
Yeah.
going to happen, it's
No.
never going to happen. But if I were to pursue a snake, I wouldn't then grab it and think I'll use my teeth to kill it. I'd stamp on its head
Oh,
or hit it
fuck.
with a rock
Yeah.
or with
Yeah.
a big long stick.
Oh, grab it by its tail and whoosh, like fucking, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Snap
but-
it like a whip.
Yeah.
Hope its head explodes on impact.
Ridiculous.
But fair play to the man. I mean, that's a cobra. That's some heavy shit. And actually, there's a wee link in the story which gives you even more. I mean, you know, you think this man, 55, he's hard as nails. He's fucking killed a snake. Oh, no. They breed them tough in Israel. A 13-month-old toddler in Israel was found biting the head of a snake. Right?
Oh,
What?
Imad Alian, as only has 6 teeth, was found by his mother, Gadir, chewing on the 6-inch reptile. She is quoted by the Daily Telegraph as saying, I was making his milk.
Steve's laughing. We know why. It's innuendo ahoy.
It certainly is.
What the fuck?
She is quoted by the Daily Telegraph as saying, I was making his milk and looked over and saw he had a snake in his mouth.
I was making his milk.
I started to scream. I couldn't believe my eyes. I nearly died of fright. Right.
Holy
Meanwhile, there is more. Meanwhile, the baby boy's aunt said of the scene, we rushed in and found the baby with a snake in his mouth. Chewing it, it was really scary, just horrible.
Oh my.
In other news, Gary
God.
Glitter visited Ariel Israel last week. Ariel, fucking hell.
This motherfucker. Gentlemen, before we move on, I've got one last news story that I think will appeal to. Now, before I carry on my story here, now, Maynard, you've been sampling the wares, the Brothers Toffee Apple
Yes.
wares. Brothers Toffee Apple Cider. What do you think?
It's fantastic stuff.
Isn't it just
It really is.
beautiful?
It's just, in fact, I would say it's sexual.
I literally was today after the cinema. Of course, I left the cinema, went and swung in by the nearby Asda, and got myself some an 8-pack of the cans, if you will, some Budweiser, and maybe a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Not that I'm alky by any means, you know. But, you know, it's just taste sensation.
Yeah,
but
it's just
Wine gets me
fantastic.
shit-faced.
but wouldn't you love it though if you could have food that got you pissed as well?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Well, wait no longer, my friend.
Yeah?
Because in New York, there's a New York panini shop that serves alcoholic sandwiches.
What the fuck?
Alcoholic. It says here, the Salumi Panini shop in New York City has created the world's first line of alcoholic sandwiches infused with different kinds of liquors like scotch or gin. This is I love this
Holy
place.
shit.
I haven't been there yet, but I love this
Yeah,
place.
That's some cool
Genius.
shit.
It says their unique menu includes items like prosciutto and gin sandwiches.
Prosciutto, yeah.
Prosciutto, yes, that's
the
the one. Suriano ham and rye whiskey, or prosciutto and beetroot with scotch. My God, somebody, if we have any listeners in New York, get me a sandwich, seal it, and send it across for the love of fuck.
Shouldn't we get Ms. Volga on the phone, because she's an American that churns out all sorts of fucking poncy shitty food.
She's an American, is she?
Yes.
Is she?
And how would you know that? Oh,
well,
let me
because
guess.
she
You
should
added
just
her
put
on
in the fucking
Facebook.
chat room, I'm from New York.
This is why. Okay, okay. Gentlemen, anyway, listen, that's been the DHB news.
Fuck you, people. Here's the headlines on the DHB News.
Yes.
Newstastic.
Dramatic pause there. Gentlemen, so, Pink, what else has been happening with your week apart from that, your fucking hair? Tell us about your haircut.
Well, no, it's just more the fact the place that I went to, I was just going to describe, because, I mean, you know that we live in the arse end of, well, I live in the arse end of nowhere, Scott, so therefore, there's nothing overly exciting. If you go for a haircut, you're just in some fucking ugly bird that you wouldn't shag 20 years ago cutting your hair. But no. There is a new boutique open in Thurso.
Oh.
And
a new
it is run...
boutique?
I would say boutique, but basically there's a new barber's open, and it's probably nothing, you probably get plenty of this down in Aberdeen, but it is run by a chap called Tank.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you know Tank. Don't know, because I haven't prior discussed this with you.
I've
but
only
anyway,
met him in passing.
the chap is called Tank. Now, the man can honestly would talk the arse off a field of donkeys, right?
Okay.
And he has got power like you wouldn't believe now. He's a fucking absolute 24 karat solid gold legend. He's a fucking top lad. But he's opened the shop called, imaginatively, Tanks. Now,
okay.
but when you go in, it's wicked, because you got a couple of couches, sofas sitting there. You got Wi-Fi, and as soon as you walk in, he's like, "You're right, my friend. You want a coffee and all that?" Yeah. So might be a wee while, but you just sit down. So you sit down. You got the telly, you got Wi-Fi through the back, Xbox for the bairns, or if you want to go through yourself and all that. It's a fucking wicked shop. But the man cuts a mean head of hair. He's a fucking absolute. Just legend barber.
Were you
He's done a
sucking his cock for long,
wicked
were you?
job
Or?
here.
I think he's still sucking it now.
Jesus
by the sounds
Christ,
of things.
Pink.
No. The guy. No, you see, now I've not been paid to do it, but I'm just saying that, like, if you're in Thurso and you're wanting a good haircut, get down to the man's shop, because he does the proper Turkish bad boy, cutthroat razor on the neck, flame on the ears, and all that.
Since when is this a fucking advert for hairdressers?
Pink, go and wipe your chin.
Jesus Christ, man. Are you having a fucking brogasm?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, fucking hell. Gentlemen, I'm going to move on here, because this is boring shit at me now. Let's do the males. Now, I will ask you, of course, someone to prep.
Oysters?
Right. If you're ready.
You've got some
Mail.
Oh, look at that. Mail.
Mail.
You were going for the kind of barley white demons there, like we're all fucking pear-shaped. Gentlemen, I'm going to start off with an email from Pink's wife.
Oh, yeah.
JBL.
Oh.
She writes, "Dear bastards, I address one thing and one thing only this week: potatoes." Now, I can see Maynard's fury rising here, because of course this was this all week long on Facebook has been a heated debate. Mash v roast. Even last week's show, mash v roast.
Mash all the way, baby.
Oh
No. I had mash last week. You know what day I had mash on? Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday.
Hey, do you know what, Maynard? I decided to push the boat out. I'd roast these on Saturday.
Oh, player.
So, she writes, I address one thing and one thing only this week: potatoes. It's fucking mash. Maynard, I expected better of you. A man so big in oil must know that the humble beginnings of the grafter comes from the mass society. Us hard grafters cannot afford the delicacies needed to create the perfect roaster. I did not learn what goose fat was until Mr. Scrooge visited one Christmas and saved my youngest sibling from near death with a hearty meal of turkey and, yes, I admit, roast potatoes. Fucking hell, what? So, she's... Aunt Pink, you're a cunt. However,
Wife?
However, you seem to respond to poetry. better than the spoken word. So here is another one for you. It is the 7th day of the week. My tummy's rumbling, sustenance I seek. It is meat and gravy, some veg too, preferably meat straight off the coo. I rake around the cupboard with tatties, think of a way to cook them so they taste fair natty. I dice them up, fling them in the pan, boil the water, ready for scran. Parboiled for roasters, no, not I. I boil them soft, 'tis mash for I. I love the sight of taters, me. They do me right, they are braw for tea. Now get to fuck with your idea of roasters. You can't, right, that's the end of our poem. You cannot fucking soak up gravy or catch your peas in them. Get to fuck, you Raj Pola's rapist. In fact, stick your roses up your arse. I hope the burnt, crunchy bits shred your rectum on the way up. And then when you proceed to shit them out, they cut you up even more. Cuddles, Mrs. Pink. So, Pink. As you can hear, JBL's on a bit of a tantrum there.
It's kind of
I do believe you have a pre-prepared response for Joanna.
I do. This is to my loving wife.
Yeah, control your woman, Pink.
Well,
woman, know your limits.
I'd like to think, Maynard, that this will put her firmly in her place, although being a female, I don't think she'll stay there very long. So anyway, my poem is thus. Born...
What's with it? Can you guys hear that as well?
He's still sitting on a fucking hairdresser's cock.
This is what he does, right? He'll say 2 words, pause and go, and then 2 more words. 2 more.
You know what else is bad for? You know what else is bad for? It's going,
No, that as well. Plus he loves a dramatic pause. This one here is for my wife. What the fuck is that about? What are you doing, man? Just tell the fucking story.
Nothing. Right. Do you want to continue, fucking loser?
Yes,
or
please.
do you want me to fucking just waste time?
Do it, you penis-shaped head fuck.
You fucking white albino gorilla. Right.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm not even going to fucking bring up the contradiction terms there, but you fire ahead, sir. You stick.
Right, I know. Right. Born.
Way! We've broken him! Way! He's all rage! Way! He's lost the power of speech. I win! I am a winner! Way!
You win the internet.
Can we just play the music? Play the music. Let's get over and done with it. I'll start in a minute.
Sorry, what music do you mean? I have no idea what you're on about.
Power of Love, I would have said.
I have no idea. Carry on, sir.
All right, okay. Born on... Right. Born on March 4th, 1989.
The song even does the Pink Sailor.
Brilliant.
Sorry, Pink. Carry on.
Right.
I do apologise.
Can I continue?
You certainly can, so yes. I can only apologise. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up!
I can only apologise again for. Okay, fire away.
Born on March 4th, 1980.
This is crazy! Here's my number! So call me maybe! And all the other boys try to chase me! Here's my number! So call me maybe! Sorry, I apologise. Carry on, Pink.
My cheeks hurt.
So you were saying, before you were
Right.
rudely interrupted there, I can only apologise. Fire away, sorry.
Born on March 4th in 1989. I knew it had happened. There was a chill in my spine. Brought forth to the world came the girl of my dreams. A girl called Jo. I'll soon hear her screams. From the sexy barmaid at the Laurie Arms, she cannot resist my tink fucking charms. Hi there, young Jo. My name is Mr. Pink. Fall under my spell and don't mind the stink. I know you've been told to avoid naughty boys, but come into my cave. I've loads of sex toys. Please don't resist. It will only get worse. You'll soon fall under my mystical curse.
Oh.
Sadly, it seems you only love mash. I'll shove roasties in your love gash.
Oh.
Now come and accept your roast tatty pain. You used to be called Joanna Banana Lane. And you forever now live in my filthy pink cave. You're my wife now. Your new name is Dave.
Hey!
Gentlemen, we have one more email tonight. Not very many emails this week, but we have one more.
Is anyone inquiring about our magnificent penises?
Sadly not, no.
I thought we might have got some bookings off of that.
I thought we would have possibly.
Yeah,
you know?
I even
People
did it.
seem to enjoy the magnificent penises, our magnificent cocks, but no bookings, nor requests to see them at all.
I even did some manscaping yesterday, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, manscaping.
I'm needing a good pube trim, actually.
I thought there could have been, there could be a surge of, female interest on
yeah.
them. Let's
Hey,
see some-
male interest if they want.
Hey,
I'm not saying
listen,
they'll get anything, but
they
you know,
can have a look.
attention,
Yeah.
attention.
Because let's face it, I mean, this is something you've got to share. You know.
I
Absolutely.
can see the chunky. Whoa!
Oh, Maynard's wrecking the place. So we've got an email from a guy called
What's happening?
Pete D. Oh, what's happened?
PD.
What have you broken? Oh, Maynard's broken.
I blame Milo for jumping on me then.
You hear fuck all?
I can hear myself talk. Well, I don't know.
No, that's
Can
for
you?
that
No,
pair,
that's
isn't it?
not for the wrong.
Oh,
earphones.
okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Sorry, one can of
Okay.
brothers. You see what happens.
One can. So Pete D writes, after hearing last week's show and the idea for the heavenly section, he writes, someone else, I would like to add 2 things, please if I can. Actually, can I make it 3? First of all, I want to add Steve and Moneymaker Maynard to be raised to the heavens.
Oh, give me some shit, dude.
Steve cracks me up all the time with his one-liners,
Well, thank you very much.
and Maynard is possibly the coolest motherfucker that ever lived.
Oh, thank you. You know,
I'm waiting for it.
that's how I roll.
Scott and Pink can piss off.
Hey!
Can't we just have a Steve and Maynard show, please, soon? Also, whenever the phrase loses his shit, I lose mine. I've never heard a more infectious laugh in my life, and that's a fucking fair call. Actually,
Yeah, it
I tell
is.
you. That boy kills me with his laugh. I can't wait to hear it during the live show, stage show in October. So that's been my 3 additions, please. And fuck you, Pink and Sasquatch. So,
You know, like a Stephen Maynard show would be alright, but it's like, you know, in Family Guy when Brian and Stu go off and do something and it's all about them.
yes.
It's good, but it's just not quite the same.
It'd be like a gay version of Miami Vice.
It'd be cool as fuck. I mean, instead of Testarossa, it's like Subarus and fucking C70 Volvos going about.
Oh!
You know what? The Subaru bit, it almost got cool, and then it just fucking nosedived.
Hey, don't this Tango 5. It's a T5 Pink, I'll have you know.
Ooh, be fun.
Oh, well, I suppose it fits in with the V-neck jumpers.
Hey, fucking. It's getting upgraded soon, though.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but a show, any kind of show, isn't cool until you've played a bit of this. You took your time with the call, I took no time with the fall. You gave me nothing at all, and you've been in my way. How can you people not sing along to this shit?
It's just the best fucking song ever. It really is.
Just
Now, big man, I'm not sure. Do we have a wee bit of credit in the old Skype, and we can maybe phone my wife?
we can absolutely phone your wife if she's online. Let's see. Let me have a wee looky here while she is online. So let me see if I can add her to the conference call and see what her reaction on the show is live, as we speak live on the show live. Let's see. She's not answering. We are calling her, but she's not answering so far. Come on, JBL.
She's probably looking up how to make proper roast potatoes.
You know what? There
Yes.
should be classes for this.
Hello.
JBL,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I've been forced to call you because
Hello, Dave.
Pink has forced me to call you to confront you about your attack on him.
Mashed potatoes all the way.
She's fucking crazy in the head. Pink,
Just, no.
you know what?
Mate,
Let's step back and
Would
let
you
Pink
like
and
to
her
just
go at
address
it.
my wife?
Hi, my Skype's gone a bit blippy.
That's because you don't like roast tatties.
Well, this is making great radio.
Is Maynard not going to speak?
Advert. No.
I'm keeping out of this one. I've fueled the fires already.
He
In
has
fact,
said his piece.
yeah, I've said my piece. I only need to speak once.
There's nothing more
do you know
attractive
what?
than a woman mashing my tatties.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
oh yeah, that's a fair play.
I've only got one thing to say about this. I didn't know how to feel, but it's in my way. Just head was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Maynard!
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Here's the phone!
Here's my number, so call me maybe. Oh, I'll cry at you, Stevie. Here's my number, so call me maybe.
Steve.
That's the best.
Steve, I'm just...
Now, you see, if you're listening to the podcast and you've never watched the video, you have to watch this bit back. We're what are we, about an hour and 37 minutes in, just to see Steve's face while that song is on and Maynard's dropping the fucking bombs.
Well, here's what I'm doing tonight. I'm experimentally trying to record this on Ustream while we're broadcasting. So, it means then that people can go back to Ustream at a later date.
Superb.
And they can view the whole video of the show. Because, I mean, okay, we release bits and bobs here and there of the highlights on YouTube, but this could be the whole video they get.
Ooh.
Very exciting stuff, gentlemen.
Very.
Guys, on that note, we're going to call it a fucking night.
It's a fucking night.
Hey! Well, listen, guys, before I go...
Oh, sorry, can I interrupt?
Oh,
because I've just
sorry.
remembered something, and if I don't say it now, I'll probably forget.
Okay.
Have you phoned Doogie today?
No, we haven't.
Clark from Paul's Bliss texted me today and said, "You've got to phone Doogie and listen to his answer phone. It's fucking gold." Honestly.
Let's do it now.
Phone him up. I hope we get his voicemail.
JBL, we're going to let you
gold.
go, and we're going to phone Doogie. Get the fuck off my line right now.
Hey, that's your wife.
What's she doing in the kitchen?
The fucking... Okay, so let's add people to this call. I'm going to try and add Doogie's mobile number here.
Doug Burt.
Doug Burt. I love that. See the song at the start, of course. That was by one of our listeners called David Griffiths.
Yeah.
He's got a band called Slow Sonic, and he made that for us. It's brilliant. Genius.
Nice guy, David Griffiths.
He really is. Yeah, he really
He's
is.
a decent guy.
Enjoy chatting to him.
So let's see. Add to call Doogie Bray. We're now phoning Doogie Bray's mobile. See if we can get some kind of answer here.
Even if he answers, we'll maybe just get a chat with Doogie.
Yeah, exactly. If not, we'll get his voicemail, which is equally as fucking gold.
His voicemail's ace.
So Clark tried phoning his voicemail.
Yeah. Straight away, Clark was like, "You've got to phone him. It's brilliant."
What the fuck is this?
More than just Doogie. I'm Doogie Bray.
Oh!
Fucking Doogie.
Fucking Doogie.
Doogie Bray. Yeah. Leave a message.
Please leave your message at the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Doogie, that is the most magnificent voicemail I've ever heard. This is Scott here at the DHB Radio. Give us a call back, my friend. Holy shit. That voicemail is the best voicemail in the world. I love you. Holy
it's gold, isn't it?
Fucking, that's brilliant.
You can't get any better than that. Nothing beats that.
Doogie.
You've got to wonder, what does he do with his days before this shit comes up?
I don't care. He's brilliant. Fucking love that man.
Fucking
anyway,
ace.
I'm going to continue on with the end of the show. Folks, thank you very much. I've got a few shout-outs to give out for as well. For a change as well.
Right.
I want to shout out a girl called Lisa Grant.
Right.
Who gave me an awesome cake, by the way.
Oh. What?
A cake!
Do you actually mean a cake? Or?
It's not an acronym, it's a cake. But thank you, Lisa, for the cake. It was much appreciated. See you on Sunday.
Right.
Ben Glasgow, of course, and Peter Williams are sponsors for the show.
Yes.
Ari Murray at grantprint.com. Check them out as well for being fucking awesome.
Motherfucker.
Steve, what about you?
We'll say hello to Flaps. She's not listening tonight because she's working.
Not? Okay.
We'll say hello to Clark and Sharon because
Right.
they're pretty cool people
They're
as
cool
well.
as fuck, yeah.
And anyone else
Thank you,
listening?
Sean, for the sweeties.
Darren and Lindsay Kinghorn, they've not been in touch for a while, so hello.
True.
So it's probably my fault, so I'm just going to say hi. Maybe I'll hear from them. Maybe I won't.
Maynard, what about you?
I will give a shout out to JBL, even though she does dish out the mashed tatties on the Sabbath, just as an olive branch. And I will also give a shout out to my friend Claire, who was injured in a fight in town last weekend.
Oh.
Yes, and she was nothing even to do with her.
Can we pause this a second?
Yeah.
Can we get some details?
Did
here?
she
What
not do the
hell
dishes or
happened?
something?
Yeah, she was.
Was she making mashed tatties on a Sunday?
Hold on. What are you doing out the kitchen?
She was in a venue where you used to work upstairs from a certain bar.
Right, okay.
Not a university, but another learning establishment.
Okay.
And there was two guys fighting on the stairs, knocked her over, she fell, broke her leg, and her ankle as well.
Oh, shit.
Yes, shit.
Oh.
Some bad shit. So yeah, give her a shout out.
Yeah, shout out definitely to you. Hope you
Yeah.
get better soon.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
It'd be far easier to confine her to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right?
To be fair, that wouldn't have happened if she was in the kitchen.
I know.
Or the boudoir. Or the boudoir.
What about you, Pink?
Yeah, got a few shout outs here. Just having a look here at the reviews. We've got for It, Coops 1969, Young Dumb, and Sweeney One.
And it's crazy, but here's my number, so call me baby. All the other boys try to chase me, so here's my number, so call me baby. To my life, I miss you so bad. I miss you so bad. Sorry, you were saying, Pink.
Yeah, so the last one there was Sweeney One, and a quick shout out to Cara Mitchell, a young singer-songwriter from Aberdeen, who was up in town at the weekend, had a wee blether at her and had a wee smooch with her mum. So shout out to Cara Mitchell.
Hang on.
About Mrs. Mitchell.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. So, during the show, he
What you been
speaks
up
about
to?
fucking
Nothing.
haircuts.
Yeah.
But yet he's snogging a songstress's mother.
I know. What's that? You're fucking going on about your trip to Vidal Baboon, but you don't tell us about snogging someone's mother. What the fuck's going on? Huh? What's going on?
We've got a show name right there.
Fucking hell.
Once again, out the park. From now on, you're never an official show name creator. Vidal Baboon. Oh, boom! That just happened.
It's like the Mike Tyson of show naming.
Holy shit.
Motherfucker.
So, Pink, before we go, are we getting any details about this little liaison with the songstress's mother?
I mean, was there tongues?
No.
Did you
Just
get
I was
to
having
finger her?
leather to her, and I was explaining that she was playing in the town. I had a wee yap to her and whatnot, and she
Yeah.
was with her wee entourage. And it turned out obviously one of the minders was her mum, so having a wee yap, and they seemed to think it was really nice. And I was chatting away saying that I'd give her a wee mention maybe on the show and a bit of a chat and stuff like that. And her mum said, "Oh, you're really nice. Oh, here," and give me a wee kiss and a wee smooch. Oh, hello. So yeah.
Did you get her number?
So no, she'll be back up in October. But
Did
you know,
you get her
obviously,
number?
I cannot envisage that anything will go further than that. But I'll certainly try my best.
When is she going North October?
Not at the end of October. It'll be like
sadly.
You should have got her number. You could have called her maybe.
Hey!
See what I did there?
If you got her number, you could have called her baby. To my life, I miss you so bad, and you should know that I miss you so bad. Sorry, Steve.
You know what I hope happens? I hope Doogie Bray does a remix of that one.
Oh.
That song, can you imagine that?
Call me Doogie.
If somebody out there who's a bit more kind of musically minded than we are can make like a Doogie Bray version of Call Me Maybe, holy shit. Pink, sorry, you were saying some shout-outs to our iTunes reviewers.
Yeah. Well, I'd actually finished, but as I say, listen, we can but only encourage more iTunes reviews.
Yep.
And if anyone's feeling like they want a T-shirt, I believe Scott, you can maybe update us as to whether or not the shop section is down. But please buy some more T-shirts. We're fully stocked now. New delivery has landed today, so we're fully stocked. All back orders will be completed as of probably tomorrow. I think there's only 3 outstanding, so all will be up to date. And obviously, I'm rocking the new prototype, which will be going out shortly. If you're interested in this one, contact the big man.
I had to pause briefly because there's an update as well, though. Of course, I am creating a whole new store section with all new goodies in there as well. But we've given out jobs. Steve's got a job so far. Pink's got a job so far. And I've got a job. I'm building.
But to be fair, Scott, Steve's job is far more interesting than mine.
Yeah, it really is. Steve, any developments at all? Have you had a word with the? Participants.
Remember, I went in and I seen you on Friday night, and
Yes.
I thought, my pal Graham and we decided, I said, I need to go down and speak to this lassie.
Yes.
So we got there, spoke to her, never mentioned what it was all about. Got far too drunk, and then I ended up going home and getting into trouble from Tracy at like fucking 3:30 in the morning because I basically came home and passed out on the couch.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, she wasn't.
You mean instead of talking about show work and stuff we had to do, you were too busy tucking twitties into her fanny?
Oh, so
No, I
anyway.
wasn't. I was too busy downing shots at the bar.
So anyway, so we've all got jobs except for Maynard actually, but you'll get a job too. Don't worry about that. And but hopefully, I'm going to have the new store kind of up. Hopefully by the end of the week. So are you
want to maybe mention additional merchandise that may be coming out?
Well, there could be some very fancy mouse mats, some awful fancy key rings, and some very, very fancy steel little buttons as well. Very fancy buttons. Also, some awesome new shirts. Of course, Pink's got a stereotype on them right now as we speak, but some good shit to show off.
Nice.
So, on that note, folks, we are going to call it a night.
Can we just pause it one more
Oh,
time?
come on!
Do you know why? You know why I like doing this? Because we know we have people out there with drinking games. Okay. So every time you pause it, they have to drink more.
Of course.
Just saying.
On here,
anyway.
A quick shout out, a last shout out to John Mackay in Thurso, because I swear on my fucking life, I have seen some really, really, really outrageously dressed individuals in my time, but he knocked it clean out the park.
He's brilliant, is he?
Now, all I can say is we're talking black winkle picker shoes with white stitching on them. Right? No, it gets better. Drain pipe jeans, right? Rocking up to a blue shirt that had, at minimum, the top 3 buttons undone. Right? Then he was wearing, now Maynard, even you'll be bowled over by this shit, he was wearing a white suit jacket.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, my mind is telling me no.
Leisure suit Larry.
Oh,
Christ, what happened? Did he get dressed in the dark or something? What's going on there?
No. There was no dark when that fucking white jacket was in the room. Let me tell you.
Right, Steve. Sorry, you were going to say.
Yes, the reason I asked you to pause was to apologise to anyone who's on our Minecraft server. It's entirely my fault. It wasn't working for a day or so. I forgot to pay the bill.
But Steve, there has been people who said they were willing to help you pay that bill.
It's not a problem. It was just me being a complete fucking tard. And I forgot.
Of course, folks, you can find the details about our Minecraft server, Steve's Minecraft server, sorry,
it's
on our website.
It's a DHB server.
DHBradio.com, or through our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/doghousebastards. There's tons of videos on there, including Minecraft shit as well. You'll see it all on there. Stuff and things and stuff. On that note, guys, I think we call it a night. Love you all dearly in your faces.
Can we just stop the show again?
No! Goodbye.
Mashed potatoes.
Darkness!
Fucking hell, that was chaos again, gentlemen. Right, let me just save that. My God. I mean, each week I think, how the fuck do we fill an hour of this nonsense? That's an hour and 40 again.
Shite we speak. Right, guys, I'm going to bail out quite early tonight because A, I'm dying, and B, I've got a lot of shit to do before tomorrow. So.
Have you got your sandwiches to make as well?
Yeah, I've got mine to do, so I'll probably stay at about 9:45 or something like that.